welcome back to Original Survival, episode 3 now. In the last episode, if you've not seen it already, we built this tower, which I'm super happy with compared to the original cobblestone tower that I had. This was episode 1's build, which is a treehouse, and for this episode, episode 3, we will be building a wooden castle. Now, same rules as it was with the cobblestone pillar and the tree. I'm only allowed to use the blocks that I used, and maybe a couple others. So say for example the cobblestone tower, the base had to be cobblestone because the original was cobblestone. So for this wooden castle, and the castle has to be primarily wood. So I've got a little bit of an idea in my head. I don't think I'm going to change it up all that much compared to the original build, but I'm going to clear out this area, gather some wood, and we'll get going from there. Okay, so we've managed to gather all the resources, the cobblestone that we need. Similar to the tower, I'll probably end up gathering the materials mostly as and when I need them. But let's just start to build it, and hopefully you can start to see the vision as we go along. So I've actually got a decent way through the build with the amount of cobblestone I had. So I don't reckon I'm going to need more than a couple more stacks. I mean, this build's it's going to pale in comparison to the tower, but hopefully the house in the middle of it will actually be decent. Okay, so we've moved quite swiftly onto building the wooden section of this base. As I said, it's kind of going to be like a bit of a house inside a castle kind of situation. So I'm using birch logs, and I'm going to strip them as the main material. And I've got spruce as the accent color for the bottom level of the house bit. And then after that, I'll probably just use spruce for everything. Spruce logs for the accents and spruce planks as the main. Okay, so that is the castle pretty much done. I just want to add some iron bars to the windows on the wall. I've got to be honest, I'm not as happy with this build as I was with that. I think that build I overestimated how big to make it, and that one I underestimated. The castle's not perfect by any stretch, but I definitely think it's an improvement, and that's the whole point of this series. It's to kind of almost prove to myself that I've improved my Minecraft skills. So although it might be a bit smaller, I think it definitely looks far better than the original. Okay, let's get placing these bars. Kind of don't like how they look already, but we'll go with it. I think it'll be fine. This build ended up taking inspiration from a build on a completely different world. I imagine that will probably end up being possibly season 3 of this, because I already have the world for season 2. I already have that picked out. So let's just I can't multitask very well. Okay, so that's all the iron bars placed, which is perfect. I'm gonna place some spruce planks here. And then hopefully, yes, I do have a spruce door. Perfect. I think that's this build done. As I said, I'm not happy with this compared to the tower. It's definitely an improvement on the original castle. But equally, that bit is not a castle whatsoever. It's kind of only made a castle by the surrounding walls. I think I've kind of taken away from the whole feel of the original as well. Which I took away from the feel a little bit on the tower, but it's still a tall tower. I think it's just something with the castle just doesn't quite sit right with me. Anyway, let's compare this build to the original and then we can really see if I've improved it or not. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe because next week's video we're going to be building the chateau, which is so far my favourite build of the series. So hopefully I'll see you in that video. Thanks for watching this one. Bye.